What is going on, Ape Nation? So I know things look scary out there. We're already down about 11.5% as of this recording. That can be pretty scary. I know a lot of you may be frustrated, which is why we need to talk about exactly what's going on in the market today and exactly why you're seeing this type of price action. And of course, we are going to get right into it. But before we do, all I ask is that you go ahead and smash that like button so that the YouTube algorithm shares this video with as many apes as possible. For the love of God, if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe because I drop content just like this every single day. Enough of that though, let's go ahead and get into the video. So what you're seeing today kind of appears to be deja vu, kind of a repeat from last week. And the situation is very similar. And we're going to talk about that in just one moment. But first, let me remind you that this is not an AMC and GME problem. This is a market-wide problem. But yes, AMC and GME are getting hit a little harder than most of the other stocks out there. Stock index futures dropped this morning because new inflation data continues to show a raise in prices. Futures contracts tied to the S&P 500 declined by 0.5%. NASDAQ futures are down nearly 1%. And the Dow Jones futures slipped by 55 points. So what exactly is causing all of this? Futures moved lower after the November reading for the Producer Price Index, which showed a year-over-year increase of 9.6%, which is the fastest pace on record, above the 9.2% that was expected by economists. And remember last week when I told you to watch for turbulence around any time the Fed is expected to speak? Well, the Fed is speaking tomorrow. Actually, today, the two-day meeting starts. We're going to see a statement from the central banks with their expectations or guidance for the future for our economy. And then Powell is going to be expected to make a statement about whether or not they're going to accelerate the ending of the bond purchase programs or the quantitative easing. And remember last week I told you anytime Powell speaks, there's going to be a lot of uncertainty because people do not know what he's going to say. They don't know what to expect. Now, there are some expectations set of what he is expected to do, and so far the bond market is giving Powell a pass on accelerating the end of that bond purchase program. But you never know what he's going to do because the pressure is still on him. And while there's uncertainty because we're waiting on him to speak, the markets are more than likely going to sell off. That means not just AMC and GME, as I've been saying, but pretty much stocks in general. Now, there are two other issues that we need to discuss about AMC and why the share price is currently where it's at. So number one is the Omicron virus, and I've said this last week as well because we had a scare with that. But now it seems that there are 50 million cases in the United States, or at least that was the number when I looked this morning, and that's causing a little bit of panic. I've told you guys it's a reopening play, so that is going to affect it. Those numbers are going to affect their share price, but that is temporary. And last but not least, we need to talk about Adam Aron and the CEO of AMC. Now, we've already discussed this after it happened, but as you guys know, they both sold some shares. Adam Aron, the shares that he sold, we know that was pre-planned. We know that he told us this back in August, so that was expected. The CFO, we had no idea that he was going to sell, but he sold out of all of his freaking shares, which was a slap in the face if you ask me. So you've got a lot of pissed off people, and I see it in the comments because people are constantly saying things in the comments about Adam Aron and the CFO, and you know what? I'm sitting right there with you guys. I'm pissed the hell off. But let me remind you guys, this does not change anything. Have the shorts covered. I mean, have they? Because if not, then they're still in a boatload of freaking trouble. And we all know what they're doing right now is shorting the stock, increasing their short positions, which means that the MOASS is going to be much sweeter when it actually comes.